Jon Jones, Cyril Gane. Let's talk about this. Jon Jones, Cyril Gane. At first, when they first made the fight, I was like, oh, okay, Jon Jones is going to walk through Cyril Gane. That was the first thing I thought. I've been thinking it for a while, and I said it on the show, and some people got mad at me, but I said I think Cyril is kind of soft because I don't think I've ever seen him fight with ferocity like you would see a Mike Tyson fight, or guys who like dig down deep, and they just have this like this scary animal energy that is gonna just kill somebody, right? I've never seen him fight. He always seems kind of timid. You know, he's calm, cool, calculated, skilled, highly skilled. You know, I'm not going to say that he's not highly skilled, good fighter all around, but he's kind of docile to me. He seems docile to me. He doesn't seem like the guy who's got a hair trigger and might snap and like be capable of extreme violence. He looks like he can handle himself and win a lot of fights, but at the same time, like when push comes to shove, I think Gane is the one who's going to fold in those situations. Just from a distance perspective, watching fights, you can be mad at me all you want to. My first thought was Jon Jones way too gangster for somebody soft like Cyril Gane. That's the first thought. But then I see this, and I started thinking twice. Started thinking twice about my thoughts. It's this right here. It's this picture right here. Okay, that's Jon Jones, 2019. I'll take the thing out the way so you see clear. Right there, all right. But that's Jon Jones, 2019, 2023. 2019, 2023. 4 years. In 4 years, I'm thinking 4 years of lifting. Like I spent a whole year of just lifting and eating more. And I was able to put on some good muscle size, right? I was able to put up some good muscle mass. I shared recently on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, you can see my body composition photo that I took recently. I'm 230. I spent some time lifting, putting on muscle to get bigger. That was a much shorter period of time than Jon Jones had. And I don't have the resources Jon Jones has. And this is the first I was seeing him with his shirt off and side by side. And I was like, oh, he's just got a belly and jowls. He doesn't look like he's sculpted and put muscle on his body. He's still got skinny legs and no calves. I think I have another picture here. Yep, there it is. And you look, see, no calves, still no calves. No calves in this area. Still, he didn't do any work. I don't see any improvement, any larger. Like maybe his legs are a little bit thicker, maybe, but I'm just not seeing, I'm not seeing 4 years of work to become a heavyweight. I'm not seeing that. So like I was like, oh wow, fight week. I start thinking, I don't know about my pick. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was unsure. I was really unsure because I was like, is he pulling a Great White Hype here? Remember that movie? When the Wayne's brother was fighting the white guy, he was just eating ice cream and he came out and had a belly and he's fat, whatever. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like he has a little bit of a pooch belly and he wasn't taking it that seriously. I started thinking maybe he was just like screwing around his whole time off. And that's why he was getting into trouble and stuff. So I'm thinking about, I'm going through my head, oh, he hasn't fought in 3 years. Like this is all he's done in that time. And he's getting in trouble and doing all this other stuff in those scenarios. And I'm like, what's up? Like maybe he's not going to win this fight. But we can see pretty quickly he established that he was moving pretty well. He was really, really smooth with his movements as usual. And Gane overcommits to punches, gets taken down, and gets handled. And that's not a surprise. Like it's not a surprise because Gane was out wrestled, out grappled by Ngannou, and Ngannou's not a college wrestler. He's not a long-time wrestler who has takedowns and knows how to take people down. He's not a jiu-jitsu black belt. He's a power striker. He's going to hit you with thunder, put you out. And that guy out grappled Gane. So within a couple minutes, I was already back on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the gangster outweighs the belly any day. And I was like, who cares? Jon Jones at 205, muscle mass with an extra belly that makes him 240 with the same attitude. That still beats Cyril Gane. So it's good to see, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna check comments. Let me see what you guys have to say. What do you think to say about the fights? If you disagree with me, let's hear it. Hamzamir is in the IG chat saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Jon tests positive this month. Who's gonna bust him? Who's gonna call him out for failing his drug test? USADA? The people who take money from the UFC to do their job, those guys, those people whose like paycheck depends on whether or not the fights go on or not. Yeah, they're going to be really concerned about getting it out there that he's dirty, because UFC's never covered up somebody's failed drug test before, right? Right? They've never done that before. That would be unthinkable. That would be like prison worthy, right? They would never do that. They have done that. If you guys didn't know, just to be clear with you guys. Another one from Hansmir in the IG chat. He says, I thought Jon was gonna struggle because whenever Jon has gained weight, he has struggled. Best example, UFC 197, and he is 36 plus. Jon was taking risk like he did when he was young. Yeah, I think also that comes up from, I think heavyweight weight class is easier than the 205-pound weight class. I think it's easier. There are less killers. There are much easier fights at heavyweight for Jon Jones than at 205, 100%. 100%. Even if he didn't bulk up, even if he was still just walking around at 205 weight, if he could still cut and make 205, he's still going to fight heavyweight. Why wouldn't you? You get the most respect, the most amount of money, and the easiest fights. You just have to watch out for the power. What heavyweight in the world can you think of right now that has superior grappling skills to Jon Jones? I can't think of one, that's fighting. What's his name? The checkmat guy, maybe. Jon's going to outstrike that guy. Buchacha? What's his name? Buchacha. Who do you think? I really can't think. Can't think of somebody. Okay, David Scott Reynolds again with a good comment from Facebook says Blades maybe, but that's a hard maybe. Yeah, Blades has the athleticism and the size, so he does have a much higher probable chance of performing well against Jon Jones. That you are right there. That's interesting. But from a perspective of technique, but yeah, size and power a lot of times can make up for lack of technique, especially at heavyweights.